So, a friend of mine came to me recently saying, "Yo, new Limbus Company update, you should check it out." And so I go ahead, update Limbus Company, and, it looks a little weird, don't you think? This looks strange. Like, this isn't the Limbus Company that I know. What's going on here? I go out to the street, my hands in pockets. Scene 1. Canard. I still cannot leave this place. Holy crap, that's blurry. Can I not see that? Really? Even at the end of all this, I cannot be free. I feel so bad for people who can't see this one. Why is it like this? Am I not allowed to have a dream that is beyond my means? No. Why are the graphics like that? Is this part of the game? Like, okay, no, I'm breaking the bit. Is this part of the game, or are my settings too bad? Let me just bump this up to high just to be safe. No, it's just part of the game! What the f***? Damn it, the purple tear. Can't believe this is how she handled it. What the hell happened? What's with all the smoke? Ah, guess I'll have to trust her. There we go! Now we can see the stuff. Anyways, I'll only say this once. I despise verbose and roundabout speech that doesn't get straight to the point. So don't try to get wordy, just answer my questions. You don't get to question me either. Where did you come from? How'd you enter this place? And for what purpose? Well, who are you to... Oh boy, I'm suddenly getting all nauseous. I warned you and you crossed the line. Let me ask you one more time. Where'd you come from? How'd you enter this place? And for what purpose? I was just walking around and ended up here before I even realized it. I have no idea how I got here. Damn it, blood gushing out of my right leg. Swear wasn't trying to trespass. I don't even know where this is. I woke up around 1 p.m. and started walking around the streets of District 13 since I was just out and about. I figured I could go where I wanted, so I decided to drop by Ham Pang Pang. Heard they served a weekly special sandwich. Anyway, I had bills to pay, got no jobs, I had to make a living somehow. As a one-man Lady, can you please stop doing that? It hurts! You dragged on too long. I'll be taking your left arm and left leg next. You have no purpose and you don't even know how you got here. Just, who are you? Just an ordinary fixer who hit rock bottom. What the hell is this place and who are you? Come on, take it to limbs and what's this cheating? Seems he's fainted. Wake up. Gasp. My legs. My arms. Wait. They're all intact again. You should be able to swing your arms and walk again. And I made a few readjustments to your body to make it a little bit easier for you to use. Although you did trespass my library, I also took your limbs away without your consent. I'm giving you these as an apology. I'm quite patient and generous, you see? Patient, my ass. Am I really supposed to be thankful for this? And your warning isn't effective anymore, right? Nope, not anymore. I had a few thoughts while you were knocked out. And there's my conclusion. You will help me get out of here. Do syndicates these days kidnap people this way too? Or is this one of the wings? I heard rumors that they abduct test subjects from here and there for singularity research. An acquaintance of mine apparently began jumping between dimensions as a side effect of one of those experiments. My life really is an unlucky mess. This is a library. I do not know what the syndicates you're talking about, but this place isn't a wing at least. Does it really matter? Whatever the case, I'm trapped here and you'll exploit me, right? Yes, I'm letting you live for 2 reasons. First, I need analysis on how you can enter this place uninvited. Sending you back or neglecting you without knowing the reason could pose a significant threat to the library. Well, it's not like you can leave without my permission anymore. Second, from now on, I will collect books around the city in search of the one absolute book, and I want you to help me with this process. Since you're a resident of the city, I expect you to be helpful in various ways. I knew this would happen to me someday. People will disappear without a trace, only to be found as chunks of flesh much later. I used to laugh at those poor folk for being careless and unlucky, but now I see it has nothing to do with carelessness or anything. It just happens without a moment's notice. Don't be too concerned about your life. You are not allowed to die here unless I permit you to. Damn it, so this was a crazy laboratory sort of deal? Do you, like, shove random stuff in corn kernels and clockwork into people's stomachs and turn them into walking popcorn spewing popcorn machine men or something? This has gotta be the worst. I'd much rather die and be over with it all. If you spout such nonsense one more time, I'll gladly turn you into a human popcorn machine as you so wish. I've already gone through so many cycles of bullshittery, responding to every bit of meaningless rubbish. Sorry, ma'am. Okay, let me introduce myself properly. My name is Angela. I'm the head librarian and director of this library. Angela. That's a good name. So, What am I supposed to do? Your role is to welcome the guests invited to the library. I will carefully determine what guests to arrive and write an invitation accordingly, and you will entertain the guests once they accept the invitation and arrive at the library. Since you have actual experience working as fixer, I'm sure you will be able to give the various types of guests a much better reception than I could. I'm just a washed-up grade 9 fixer though. Grade 9 fixers are like one of the lowest out there. What is this reception all about anyway? Do I catch their eyes or be a waiter for them or something? It's simple. You have to deal with the guests in a physical manner, of course. The library presents the guests with an ordeal and books will open up in process. The guests who have overcome the ordeal will be deemed worthy to earn their books. There is a possibility that you may die in the process of reception, but it's only temporary. You'll get back up when the library closes. No one here may rest without my permission. So, do you happen to have some weird fantasies about fixers? Aren't you expecting too much from a grade 9? And not as talented as you may seem to think, you know? That's none of my business. I have prepared a manual for you, so go ahead and figure things out yourself. I think I get the gist of it now, so how does this invitation exactly work? Open up the invitation, register the books you wish to serve your guest. And next, the invitation will be naturally sent to those in need of those books. That's it? Sounds a bit too easy. The invitation is another carefully crafted word of mine, much like the library. Yes, I think of it as a compass. It would be easier to understand that way. Ah, compass. As in the tool that tells directions? That's right. The invitation will guide me towards the one book that I truly wish to obtain, and sometimes the invitation may turn red according to the books you registered. A red invitation indicates that it can be sent to the special guest who will unravel the next part of the story. Until we register the books that match with what the red invitation wants, our journey will be halted for a bit. But there's no guarantee that the guest will always respond to the invitation, right? In fact, there is. They're destined to come, and the guest will accept the invitation of their own will and enter the library. That's surprisingly polite and fair for something that takes place in the city. Most of the time, people's lives are taken away by the others without consent or agreement. Well, anyway, once we get those books, what comes next? The library is a place of limited possibilities. Even I cannot fathom the infinite space and power of this library just yet. That's why I wish to complete the library by filling the space with books. And I will get my hands on the one perfect book that will complete me and my library. Now, perfect book, huh? I suppose those books are different from the ones I know. What the heck? Why is Geometry Dash playing? Wait, what? Hello everyone, it is I, the Upper Diamond, and welcome for the first time ever to Library of Ruina, the prequel to Limbus Company. I paid money for this game. Cut it up, cut down your loss. All the stubborn loyalty is gonna get you killed in the world with all convenient theories. For the puppets on TV, there's comfort in the strings. If you're gonna control me, unless you make it interesting theatrically. Alright, so let's see what we got here. What's up for grabs? The screen shows a list of books currently in the library's possession. Select the needed book for now. This one? Select sending invitation. Can you allow me to okay, send invitation, lick and stamp. Okay, and we're going straight to battle, or something, I don't know. Hey, hurry up and scrape them up now. Those wave goons might arrive any second. I'm doing my best here. I just can't seem to get a clean grip of his guts. The contents of this guy are weirdly different. I've never heard of a body modification procedure that does this. Something's off about these organs. They're looking really strange. Damn it, their footsteps are getting close. Forget it about clean guts. Just pull them out and take them. At this rate, our heads are going to be nicely chopped off of our bodies. Why does he have this kind of stuff in his body? Whatever, just take him. We're out of time. Just about done. Now run! Phew, that was close. You're a bold one, Pete, going for gut harvest and territory management this way. These are the only jobs we have left. We have to climb up by any means necessary. Whatever it takes. You know my dream, right? Become one of the fingers of the back streets. I'll admit, it's rare to see someone with a dream these days. Let's sell off these guts we've hauled first. We gotta prepare enough cash to offer the stray dogs. True, this could be our chance to join an urban legend class syndicate. Alright, time to check out the harvest. Hey, is this a joke? You sure you scrapped out the right stuff? I told you, this guy didn't have a single proper organ inside him! It's all just prosthetics! I expected innards soaking in drugs like enkephalid at worst. These are damaged too badly, it's almost like someone already blew them up! We only doused them in anesthetics. didn't do no harm. This doesn't make sense. How can he even walk around with these messed up organs? What if it's one of those, you know, robotizated guys, skewers and threads people alive to turn them into dolls? Yeah, I heard that too, but look at the state of these things. Not the case at all. I hear those dolls are made by threading flesh and bones together, but this son of a bitch doesn't have any scars with such a sword showing inside. Now I think about it, there was a round orange symbol on the back of his neck. I thought it was a tattoo at first, but it didn't seem like the type to have one. He was a desk-working dweeb. Symbols, tattoos, damn it, please don't tell me we've been pulling on the wrong beehive. Besides that, he also had this envelope in his body. That was an envelope doing in the human body. This keeps getting worse. Give me that. An invitation to a library. What's this about? Books? We can get books from the library? What a bunch of nonsense! It was a flop after all. The payment's due tomorrow. You've got 7 hours to be exact. That's too little time for another run of cut harvesting. Running to the library, as the invitation says. I don't know what this book thing is, but we're out of options. We gotta take any chance we get. Isn't this just suicide? You don't know what kind of place this might be. Can't be any worse than dying to stray dogs or the Sway Association. We're screwed anyway. Shut up and follow me if you want to live. So, what was that we just saw? Fragments of the invitation process. We can take a peek at the stories of our upcoming guests. Didn't take you for a peeping Tom. It's more of a convenience to know what kind of guests will visit us in advance, isn't it? Besides, this is the invitation's will, not mine. That's a splendid thing you got there, ma'am. Pries upon people and kidnaps them too. Perfect tool for crimes. Heck, if the invitation can do all that, why don't we just skip the whole reception part? Can't we just teleport them right into a room full of traps or something? I cannot do that. We can only take a peep when it has been decided that the guests are coming here of their own volition. And the invitation's power isn't wholly mine either. I am simply borrowing it. Yeah, no way anything can go smoothly in the city. They're desperate guests. Tell me, what's the invitation responsible for that symbol of the internal damages as well? What? Not a chance. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened. The invitation simply finds a way to those who need it. That means those weird happenings were someone else's doing. I've never seen that kind of phenomenon back when I was a fixer. It's like something from the ruins. Ruins? I don't know a whole lot either. I only heard stories about it. Should I describe it as magic? That kind of stuff exists in the ruins, apparently. In any case, we simply greet our guests. They seem to be low class, but oh well. Those are probably a bunch of lowly gangsters from the back streets. We call them rats. Groups of half-assed thugs that barely qualify as a syndicate. They don't have money or power. They're losers who only think about making ends meet day by day. I might have just roasted myself. Snapshot! So this is the library. Looks fancier than I thought. Could be a bunch of valuable things in here. Greetings, dear guest. This is the library, and I am Angela, the librarian of my role's namesake. You may find what you desire here, but you may also end up yielding your precious possessions to us. You, the owner of this place, we're allowed to take whatever we want here, right? Indeed, we earn books to be exact. If you are able, of course. Are those books really worth a lot, though? Of course, they could be in. The information they hold is valuable. Manchi, beggars can't be choosers. We gotta cling on to anything we can find. May you find your book in this place then. Okay, now what's this? Librarian info, detailed info, combat pages, and then all the details. The rats, detailed information, and stuff. Begin stage play. Select this button to start the battle when you have finished reading the information. Oh, it is basically like Linda's Company. What the heck? Okay, so I'm fatal to blunt. Why am I fatal to blunt? Oh, we can preview the moves that these people have. Not like in Limba's Company. Begin stage play. How do you play this game? Okay, what are combat pages? Reading, combat pages. It's like read, words. Determine speed. Click to initiate combat. Oh, bah. Speed dice. Higher speed to run, and the characters with higher speed will act first. Are you sure I want to skip the tutorial? Nah. Speed dice. Please select the speed dice in the librarian. Oh, and then librarian's combat pages. Okay. These are the moves that we have. Please select one of them. Let's go for a light attack. And we speed dice. Now, drag the mouse cursor to one of these speed dice. This does blunt and pierce, so we should focus on those with such weaknesses. Let's start with you. Quick mode. By pressing Q or clicking the icon, you can talk in quick mode. The action dice are rolled automatically. Yes, I want quick mode. And then we got all selecting combat pages. You can automatically fill library and speed dice with the combat pages in the end. Okay, so that's basically autoplay. Targeting displayed. These are visual indicators showing who the librarians and guilds are currently targeting to attack. Press 1, 2, 3. 1 for enemies, 2 for clashes, and 3 for librarians on keyboard by clicking the logo. By pressing the spacebar and clicking on the icon, and after the speed dice has been rolled, you can begin the combat phase. One-sided attacks. This happens when the target isn't attacking them back. And then we got clashing, which is the exact same thing as Lotus Company. There's blocking the base, it's like in Lotus Company. Book of Rats obtained. Okay, so it's basically like Limbus Company, except with cards instead of coins. Y'all rolled a 2, I have a 3. You're doing Backstreet Dash, and I'm doing Dirty Blow. You're doing Dirty Blow. Can I see information about the character? Oh, okay, so if it's flashing, that means it's fatal. If it's static, it's weak. If it's like this, it's normal. So, I have to prioritize the flashing icons. Got it. Let's start combat now, I guess. You know what? We should attack more. I rolled a 1! Yeah, okay, you're dead. Now you just got this last guy. Scene 4. Failed to pierce, so we should just use a pierce move. Staggered! And how are you still alive? No. How are you still alive? Well, you're staggered anyway, so, any move will kill you. Like that would matter since you have like 2 HP. Victory! Curtain call for the section of double space rats. Then goes to the spoils, the accessories. Close the curtains. It's time to conclude the exception and exit the stage. And that is that. You can now select the floor of journal works during reception. Burn books for lines in the pages. These books are used for inviting the guests to come. It is recommended you keep at least 1 copy in your possession. From the ashes, here you can check the list of books you can obtain from burning the book. You can burn up to 20 books at a time. So if I burn a book, then I'll lose it, basically. But if I burn books, I'll get better books, probably. Yeah, I'll learn it off camera. Who knows? F1 for the manual. What does the manual have? Ah. Well, yeah, well, duh. Credenza is basically just this. It's a theater. I get it. Send invitation. And who we have here?
Yap yapping like the prince of no one gives a damn castle.
Yun's office fixer. Page 3. Fatal to Pierce. Well, lucky for me, I got a couple of Pierce things here. And the battle progresses to emotions. Positive emotions gained upon winning a clash. Negative emotions gained upon losing a clash or losing an ally. So, this is the SP thing. Fun. Emotional levels as well. Character weakness heightened when your level goes up and you choose an order. What are libraries usually this big? Maybe no name, but okay, I guess we're not reading that. Okay, we can only target 1 at a time. Should have figured. Because there's only 1 of us. How dare you evade? No. No, do not evade me, silly character. Roll a 1. Haha. Staggered and mine. Oh, you right click to deselect. Okay, I was wondering how you would do that. Let's do this. Initiate combat. And we Okay, no. Okay, bro. Okay then. Dude, can you die? We're at scene 6. You're supposed to be dead by now. Oh, how long are we going to do this charade? Alright, we're done with that battle. That is clearly a double space. Greetings, Fixer. I'm Angela at the library. Yada 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 yada. I'm afraid, but I want to win. Things are looking smooth so far. And you're staggered, so you can't act this turn. It doesn't matter, really. Pierce! Okay, maybe it mattered because I used the defensive move? Okay, we are... That is not good. Things are looking smooth so far. You are at 8 health! You rolled a 1! Okay, so, I take it this game is supposed to be way harder than Limbus Company. Oh boy, it's not hard. The rival see such a young rookie fall like that. All things considered, you said yourself that our way is quite polite and fair before, didn't you? That most of the time, people's lives are taken away by others without any consent or agreement. The library is different. People who enter this place have agreed to risk death to gain what they want. Even saying to people to show such agreement. No coercion or compulsion is involved in this process. They make their own choice and pay accordingly. Well, yeah, fair point, but still, it kind of feels dirty in a way.
What are you doing?
Library of Ruina. It's basically Limbus Company, but supposedly harder.
What is a library of what now?
Okay, so, you know the Geometry Dash level string theocracy?
Yeah, that's where the music came from.
Yeah, this is where the music came from. I have to explain this guy that the music in this game was used in a Geometry Dash level, just so we can have a grasp of what this game is.
I would instantly get it if you just said no to.
I have to explain it in music level thing. GD's not even a music game, whatever.
Technically you did.
No, it is not!
You need music.
No, you don't! You can play the game muted. People have done that. They have played GD levels while listening to podcasts. Well, yeah, you can just platform, but whatever. Congratulations, by the way. You must have more options now that you're a grade 8 fixer. Yep, so you better be careful. If you don't pay me well enough, I might move to another office. Hear that you're barely covering your own taxes these days, let alone the monthly rent of for this office space, am I wrong? I believe the case I had Finn handled could make a breakthrough. You mean the library and the invitation you talked about earlier? But you said the invitation appears randomly, no? How are you going to get another one? I wouldn't have called you if I didn't have certainty I receive another invitation. Is that so? The existence of our office depends on this case. The library is sure to be profitable. I have a hunch. So we're giving it everything we have. Alright, let's roll in some dough. I just bought this lovely thing here from a workshop too. Guys seem quite determined. We should prepare accordingly. A whole office coming at us, huh? Maybe a small and insignificant one, but it could prove to be a little tough in the library right now. What if they make it all the way to your room? The guests cannot act outside of the space we prepare for them. It's how this place works. After all, this place is created with limitless power. Yet somehow you jumped right into my room when you weren't even invited. Anyways, I'm capable of protecting myself, so there's nothing for you to worry about. Greetings, dear guests. Welcome to the library. Shut up! They got me. I'm pathetic. I don't think we have time to hesitate. Max damage. Stagger. Jesus. Now roll a 4. That is not what I wanted! Jeez, finally. Some receptions are composed of multiple acts. You can check the number of acts here. Yeah, we get it. I shall use... What are your weaknesses? Go. Yeah, we'll deal with you later. Let me just get rid of this guy first. Book of Yin's office obtained, and now we just gotta get rid of. Yes. We shall use this one, I guess. So far, I am enjoying this game. This is a nice game. And you were almost about to die. Anyways, that's the curtain call. Let's get out of here before we die. Angela, I still can't forgive you. What's happening here? Angela, I thought you were already done with that topic. You simply need to cooperate without complaint. That was the deal, remember? And try to appreciate that fleshy body of yours you finally earned back. Did you really think you could make me happy just by giving me a human body? Don't forget, I still don't agree with you. As you wish. Damn, that was tense. Hello there. I'm the patron librarian in charge of the floor of history. Malkuth. You seem lively at least. What's going on just now? I have some unfinished business with Angela. You probably heard bits of it, but I have no choice but to follow her orders no matter how I feel. I'm in the same shoes as yours. Though we seem to have ended up here for different reasons. So, what can I do for you? You can bring me books, Roland. Since I'm in charge of the floor of history, I'll be sorting the books you bring and collecting those that are about history. Us librarians will then read the collected books, gradually making our floors whole and completing the library itself as an extension. We'll naturally get to unlock more floors and making their patron librarians in that process. So the other librarians are asleep now. Yep, they are. I get the gist of it. You're surprisingly bright for someone who is supposed to be upset moments ago, by the way. I was kind of worried that I might have to endure some of the wrath. I can't let my personal affairs get in the way of work. I still have my problems with Angela, but it's nothing like getting mad about it will do me any good. I got my own reasons to do my best with this work too. Okay then, give it our best shot. Indeed. You can now select the floor of history during reception. Floors with open doors. New floor will be unlocked. On this floor, you can view the information on the new floor. Okay. Obtain the book of question mark. Let's burn a couple of books, shall we? See what we get. That is a lot of pages and new moves we can use. We do not have a copy of Thrust. What do you mean we don't have a copy of Thrust? Let's do one more level before we end this video. Brother of Iron, Mo, you guys should regularly refill your head with brain fluid. The dialogue is just them trying to find out more about the thing. It's just world building, basically. Kind of like Kanto 1 and 2, where I just skipped a bunch of dialogue. Hello, my name is Angela. Welcome to the library. Yada 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 yada. Oh, that's a lot of. Okay. Whatever. I keep thinking escape will close the thing, but no. And we can switch over to Malkuth for basically the exact same thing. But now we'll just stick to this guy for now. I'm with the bash. Please tell me we're not dead.
12 seconds later.
Okay then. Sure, why not? Can I restart the battle now? Oh yes I can, but I have to use Malkuth. Sure. Let's rethink the strategy. And by that I mean use other moves.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
Huh, okay, screw you then. So that is Library of Ruina, I think. Pretty interesting game we have here. So, if you want to see more of this, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, yeah, all that stuff. Limbs Company will resume next time. Anyways, that's it for me, bye!
Thank you all so much for watching this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more. YouTube, if you like the following videos you see on screen, maybe you should check them out. You can join my Discord and maybe donate to me through my Ko-Fi. Links in the description below. As always, remember to keep smiling. I hope you have an awesome day.